Say, Lil Nyuk, hey, let me tell you this. Back at it again. Your favorite uncle, your favorite Theo. We back with that sleep token. Got that sleep token for your missing limbs. We're almost done. It's a little, man, I kind of don't, I'm kind of, it took us a little while to get here. I almost don't want it to end. So, a little bittersweet, you know. Again, we're missing the original Lil Nyuk. So, but I mean, he coming back soon. He lifing. Definitely proud of him again, you know. But we got to keep going. We got to keep moving. So, missing limbs. I got a feeling this was gonna be a little crazy. I think, a couple of comments, a few of the comments were like, "Man, we cannot wait for you to get to missing limbs because this is gonna, you're not gonna be able to handle it." So, let's see what it's gonna do. Let's see what I got the lyrics pulled up, got the visualizer. So, let's get it. Wait, hold on. Is this the first song I've heard with an acoustic? I have not. I'm pretty sure I have. This is the first acoustic that I've heard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard no acoustic yet. So this could be interesting. This is probably okay. Yep, there's indication right there. All right. All right. God dang it. Got us. So what in the world? I didn't realize that my mouse is going to my iPad. Wow, this whole time. It almost messed up the last video, so my bad. Let's back it up.
Just to let me know, nowadays the outer realms of heaven don't keep up on the charm offensive anymore, failing to remind you what you're living for. Now I'd give anything to borrow your indifference. I'd drink you in to temper your belief in all my promises, to swallow my desire and choke on it.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Just one more time.
Now I'd give anything.
My bad. A little further.
Of heaven don't keep up on the charm offensive anymore.
If nowadays the outer rounds of heaven don't keep up the charm offensive anymore, just let me know. It's just like, it sounds like it's just like, hey, let me know if you're not gonna keep, you're not gonna keep up with trying to make this work. Or outer rounds of heaven? Is he saying rounds or realms?
Just to let me know, nowadays the outer realms of heaven don't keep up on the charm offensive anymore, failing to remind you what you're living for.
Failing to remind you what you're living for. So it looks like, let me know if maybe even the people you worship, the whatever God you worship, or whatever you consider to be heaven or whatever, let me know if they're no longer they're no longer, you know, man. I got there's so much. I feel like there's so much here. I'm kind of blanking on how to really explain it, how I really feel about it, because I feel like it's a lot. Keep up on the charm offensive. Like the being charming, but actually projecting that to me, not on the defensive, but on the offensive. I'm actually, I'm actually proactive in making you happy, proactive in, being a part of what we got going on. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm, but this could be a long video. Jesus. Okay. All right. But I really have a little bit of an issue with this, and this is something that I'm been battling for a little bit as well. Just the thought that coming from a Christian background, that God's gonna do all of it. And we've been believing that God is the one who is going to fix everything. God is the one who's going to make it all better, give you what you need, give you but I've come to learn that God isn't doing any of it. It's all us. It's what we do, how we do it. Now, God may know the outcome of what's going to happen based off of your choices, but until you choose, then there's nobody who knows the future. You get what I'm saying? So I have an issue with I see this as what they're saying, like the outer realms of heaven don't keep up the charm offensive. Let me know if what you believe in is not giving you the green light to make this work, to say that that now it's time for you to quit. Man, that was a lot of words to explain that. I'm sorry.
It's the outer realms of heaven don't keep up on the charm offensive anymore, failing to remind you what you're living for. Now I'd give anything to borrow your indifference. I'd drink you in.
See there, that I'd give anything to borrow your indifference. So that means that she's already like whatever. I'd have no feeling towards this. I'm done. Like I don't have any. Me and you are indifferent now. And the whatever she believes in, or whatever God that is no longer letting her know, like, hey, this is what you're living for. Hey, you're living for the moment you're in right now. You're living for the person who is, who are, the vessel, or whoever else he's talking about. You're that. It goes to the not willing to carry the weight of two.
To temper your belief in all my promises, to swallow my desire and choke on it, 'cause it still makes my blood.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, man. I may stop this a lot. I apologize. And I give anything to borrow your indifference. I drink you in. I drink you in to temper your belief in all of my promises. To swallow my desire and choke on it. Oh man, I drink you in to temper your belief in all my promises. It's like I got, and I know this very well. Like I felt like before I understood, certain things, how to be a man, what it meant to be a man, lead a home, be the priest of my home, all some of these things that we hear, growing up. I had all these promises that in my head, because in your head you could be this great person, you could be this successful person, and you can, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you the world, I'm going to give you a bigger house, I'm going to give you, a better car, I'm going to be able to take us on more vacations and do all these things as families are supposed to do, that a man is, kind of, chartered to do as a, as he grows up. He learns that this is what this is. It is you providing for your family so that y'all can have a good life and a better life. You know what I mean? So like I drink you in to temper your belief in all my promises so that you can keep it going. I can keep you making, but to swallow my desire and choke on it. That like I still at the end of the day, choke on my desires, because but I guess it goes back to the indifference too. I give you anything to borrow your indifference. Oh man. This gonna be heavy.
'Cause it still makes my blood run cold to remember what they did before. The stories that you never told to me. Oh, but worry not, the blessings rain like battles in the heavens lost. More polite advances won't last for long. The eager apprehension is wearing off. I'd give anything to balance your conviction with certainty, to fall asleep without you lying next to me, to sever my connection with everything. 'Cause it still makes my blood run cold to remember what I did before. The stories that you never told to me. And it still makes my blood run thin to remember what you are to him. And I live like I've got missing limbs for you.
Damn. Is this an affair? They're not apart, but she sees that they're apart, but he sees that she's with another person. Because it still makes my blood run cold to remember what they did before. The stories that you never told me. Maybe it's dual, maybe it's double. Maybe this is the trauma, like as a kid, or, maybe there's stories and traumas that she's not even willing to say, and oh man, I let that run because it was just too heavy. I need to go back.
Fiction with certainty, to fall asleep without you lying next to me.
I'm gonna go back further. I wish there's no markers to know where's what is. So sorry.
And the heavens lost. More polite advances won't last for long. The eager apprehension is wearing off. I'd give anything to balance your conviction with certainty, to fall asleep without you lying next to me, to sever my connection with everything.
Man. Oh, but don't worry. The blessings rain on battles in the heaven's arms. And my polite offenses won't last for long. The eager apprehension is wearing off. Like, I'm getting tired of this. But the blessings rain on battles in heaven's arms. Like, that we're fighting this war, but heaven is still on our side here. Blessings still come. And oh shit. The blessings rain on, like, regardless of what's going on, like, it will still rain on us. It will still rain on us blessings if we the blood and the fury. Just because we have blood and fury doesn't mean that we don't have blessings. Just because we're fighting, just because we're trying to figure things out, doesn't mean that this isn't right. It's not the, it just it we just don't they just don't understand that yet. You know what I'm saying? Or she doesn't understand that yet. Maybe he does. Or maybe this is, or maybe, I don't know if this is during the time that they're going through it or if this is afterwards, but oh man.
I'd give anything to balance your conviction with certainty, to fall asleep without you lying next to me, to sever my connection with everything. 'Cause it still makes my blood run cold to remember what I did before.
Hey, switch it up.
The stories that you never told to me, and it still makes my blood run thin to remember what you are to him. And I live like I've got missing limbs for you.
Bro. You gonna cry like this, bro? I'm really kind of lost for words here. Like this is pretty heavy, and it's pretty personal. It's pretty personal. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of find it hard to put myself in it. I kind of find it hard to figure out what it really means because this sounds so freaking personal. It sounds like it sounds like he is the only one who could have written this because it's straight, you know what I mean? Like this isn't anybody else's experience. This is like straight out of his journal. Straight out of his, oh man. But worry not. The blessings rain on battles in the heavens. This part is just really, he's talking a lot about heaven. He's talking a lot about, a spiritual side of this, and I think he's trying to make her realize, the God that you serve or what you consider to be heaven it's not against us like you think it is. It hasn't left us like you think it has. And I just want to, failing to remind you what, keep what's that part? If nowadays the outer realms of heaven don't keep up on the charm offensive anymore, failing to remind you what you're living for. Man, this is personal as hell. I'm sorry. I don't have much to say. I don't have much to say, and I don't know. This is just heavy. I just feel it heavy.
You are to him, and I live like I've got missing limbs for you.
And I live like I've got missing limbs for you. I feel like this is part of, I tear my arms off. This is also part of his self-harm, which kind of goes back to high water. Like But this also shows like I'm not, yeah, I'm tired of this. Yeah, I don't know if I can keep going. Like my polite offenses, won't last for long. I, I'm tired of this. I can't keep going like this. But don't worry, because I'll live like I got missing limbs for you. Like I'm gonna mutilate myself. I'm gonna tear myself. I'm going to, so that I can be with you. So that so that we can figure it out. And this is, he's realizing like this is just for a time. This is just for a time. To balance, I give anything to balance your conviction with certainty. You know what I mean? Like, so to sever my connection with everything, man, they're already talking about severing. This is a scheme. This whole scheme, to sever my connection, but then also live without, live with missing limbs. But yeah, yeah. No, he wordsmithing us right now. He wordsmithing us to death. And it is to life, to whatever. It's like some of you are living. I really hope you have stayed to watch this far. But some of you are living. Some of you are living for a death. Some of you are dying, and then some of you are dying for life. Some of us in our different perspectives, like me, I didn't know what it was to actually live as a man that had pride, live as a man that, took pride in himself, could stand up and say he was confident, so I had to die to become that. Some of you have been through your, and then you've been through your, your time of death, and now you're about to rise. So some of you are we're in two different realms, but they all go to the same ending place, the same heaven that we're looking for, the same abundance that we're looking for, the same confidence, the same, I'm rambling. I'm really rambling because I don't know how to say it right. Like to the point where I'm like, did I just waste this video? I don't know. I don't know. But in order for you to find it, you got to die. In order for you to find it, you have to cut some limbs off. And because they're causing you to stay in a place that's keeping you stagnant. But understanding that in this war, in this battle, the blessings rain on battles in the heaven's arms. Like it is just a separation so that you can find yourself, and then you replace it with bigger and better ones, with you think about tons of movies and tons of we have prosthetics here now, but we're now getting to robotic prosthetics. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna always be gone, but you have to sever those ties so that you can grow, so that you can be better. But you got to realize it. I don't know. This is crazy.
Run thin to remember what you are to him, and I live like you've got missing limbs for you.
fuck up. Oh my God. I don't even know if I've ever heard a sound like that before. And I'm looking at this, and then, this whole video, most replayed, like the whole thing is like high up, and then it starts dropping off at this part. Like, why is the ending is this? I'm sorry, but the words aren't shit to this ending. Like, this ending speaks it's like he didn't have to say none of this. He could have just did this ending. Oh my God, I'm spitting everywhere. Like, oh my God, I'm almost afraid to listen to it again. But oh my God, this is. And then I'm thinking about the, he's going into that, whatever he's doing at the end there. If you think about High Water, where he was screaming, it was definitely the descension of, of the drowning stage. And it's like, now he's come to the realization, like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. Okay. Now here is, and then he does his final little cry, or whatever we want to call it, which it turns sweeter, because first it was a mayday. First it was like, I'm drowning, like, that panic, that certain panic that you feel. Now it's like, okay, I've calmed myself down. I'm done with the panic. I understand that this is where I'm supposed to be. You think about, if you think about the Jesus, right before he goes, he says, okay, Father, whatever it is that you want, let it be. But if there's any other way, other than this, then I'm all ear. Here, let's do it. But then at the end, you have to say, well, okay, this is the only way, then all right. And it's like, that's what this feels like. And then the end is like, I imagine that this is exactly what it feels like when you drown, like that ringing in your ears, that, like, it's almost like, when you faint, when you're going to pass out, you have that ringing in your ears. Like, but this feels like, no, this is death. This is happening. Like, oh man, jeez, I got to do it again.
What you are to him, and I live like you've got missing limbs for you.
It has to do with whoever this dude is too. Like, that was the final straw. Like, fuck. Like, now now you with this dude, so I really got no choice. I know. I gotta prepare myself for this. If that isn't what the deepest, darkest part of the ocean sounds like, I don't know what the fuck is. If that is not the deepest, darkest depth of the ocean, and what it sounds like when you're down there. Because I'll be honest, like that, like I always have wanted to do that, but I don't know, like to be in such a big, vast place with darkness, like the darkness of, it's like I'm not afraid of the dark, but I think I would be afraid of the dark in the ocean. If I was that deep, I would definitely like. But until you're the one who dives into those waves of the thing that you fear the most, like you're never gonna change. You're never gonna get to where you know you need to be until you decide to do it on your own by design. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Let's move. Let's get it.